Hello everyone, my name is Leslie. Welcome to my channel, The Sewing Circle. In today's video, I will be reviewing Simplicity 8811, this beautiful cardigan. I'm excited about this one, ladies. It was really fun to put together, really easy. And I just really thought it would be more complicated, and I found it to be just a breeze. So if that sounds interesting, I hope you stick around. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you'd consider subscribing before you leave. I would love to have you join my sewing circle and welcome you into the sewing community here on YouTube. Thank you so much to my subscribers who continue to make my channel a success and for joining in again today. Give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let me know if you have made this Simplicity 811, and let's get started into the video. Okay. First of all, I am so impressed with this pattern. It's very simple. I'll show you the line drawings here. This pattern consists of front, a back, and a sleeve, and a pocket. And it's different views in different lengths. So here you can see the different views. I had a hard time discerning the lengths until I pulled out the pattern pieces. I did make view B, and I did make the pockets and then decided not to put them on to the fabric that I was making it out of, because I was looking for a chicer, clean look in my cardigan, something I could put over a dress but also like wear with jeans as I am here. Anyway, the basic pattern is, and I'm wearing it here, the one I made I'm wearing, is a seam in the back across the shoulders. So you take the back two pieces and there's a seam across the back, and then the front pieces then go onto that. And when it all comes together, it's hard to explain without you seeing the instruction. When it all comes together, this neck piece just is not, it's attached to the front and back pieces. It is not something separate you put on. It just rolls very easily, hems in very nicely, and yeah, it just works really well all the way down. Now, I was using my hashtag, what do I have in my hand? And if for those of you who have not joined in on that hashtag, please join in. This is my de-stash, my gratitude piece for 2024, where I look in my stash. I look like I found this pattern that I had purchased. I don't know when I purchased this. And this fabric, I think I might have got it at Joann's. That's my best guess, but I don't know. I've had it in my stash for a while. So when I went to make this, I did not have the full yardage, but I do know some tips and tricks, which I'm going to share with you right now, in making something work when you don't have all the yardage. So this sweater does not have a cuff at the end of the sleeve. It is just a hemmed line. And when I laid out all my pattern pieces, thankfully this fabric did not have a nape, so directionally it looks the same both directions. I was able to move the patterns so that I had, one here and one here, fronts and backs opposite directions. And then I cut my sleeve out. I'll show you. I cut my sleeve out to this length as far as I could fit it on my fabric, and then I used the fabric in between my other pieces to create a cuff for the sleeve by measuring how much I had been short for my sleeve and then creating a cuff with seam allowance and all of that. So it worked out wonderfully. I actually love it with the cuffs. Very clean, very neat way for it to turn out. I did really want this cardigan to be very professional looking, very clean, and so I'm going to take it off and show you the inside. I used French seams inside of the cardigan. You can see here, this is the inside. So you can see all of my seams are very finished. And I wanted to show you how to do that now. Starting out with just a scrap piece here, but it is wrong sides together, right sides out. And I will be seaming along here, just a regular small seam allowance, like a 1/4 inch seam allowance, all the way to the end. Like to backstitch a little bit, make sure things don't come undone. And then we're going to go ahead and trim those end pieces and turn this so it's wrong side together now. I did cut out this cardigan as a large, like a whole size larger than I usually wear, because I wanted to do French seams, and that gives me a little extra wiggle room for this extra seam allowance. Now I'm just going to pin that right sides together now as you would normally, and then we're going to seam it a little deeper than the first seam. So you can see here I moved it over just a little deeper so that I don't have that inside seam showing out through my seams when I'm done. My fabric got a little stuck here, but perseverance. Anyway, we just go clear to the end, and then I'll show you how beautiful a French seam can be. It does require sewing most of your seams twice because you're sewing them wrong sides together and then right sides together. But with this beautiful sweater, it was so quick and easy. So that's the inside. Now that's the outside. And that is how you do a French seam. So you can see it's so easy to do a French seam, and it makes the garment just turn out very clean inside and out. Very professional. I will be in the future sharing tips and tricks on how to make things look more professional, more store-bought. So often we sew things, and if you have a serger, sergers really do clean up the inside of a garment and make it look very professional. But when you want something that looks like you picked it up off of a rack, high-end rack, then a French seam is always just so beautiful. Now, I have been working on kind of branding and how I want my tags to look. I did order some tags that are coming, but I have just been really super fond of handmade tags. I just love the look. So I did work on a special tag for this sweater, and I wanted to show you. This is how it turned out. I'm really happy. This is actually some things that I had in my hand, some samples of linen that were sent to me, and I will link them below. I used the permanent marker ink and some stamps, some individual stamps that I have picked up here and there that I have in my stash here in the trailer. So if you're interested in making a tag, I will be sharing the process again really soon, but this was super fun, and I will be making more of these, and I do feel like it does give the sweater just an overall, just a beautiful vibe. Let me put my sweater back on. I am out in my sewing trailer, and I just changed up my heat out here to make it warmer. It's a gas heater, one of those radiant heaters, and it is helping, but it's been rather chilly out here, making sewing a little more frustrating. Now, I will be making this pattern again. I found it to be fantastic. I would love to, I think I have a cream sweater fabric. I think I'm going to try, or I'm going to dig through my stash and see what I have. This here is actually, I don't know if I talked about it, but it's kind of a ribby, it's bumpy knit. It feels so comfy and cozy. It's almost like, feels like a sweatshirt, but it's not a sweatshirt material. It's definitely very, I don't know, very knit inside, stretchy. I just love the weight of it. It just turned out so nice. So I will be making this pattern again. Along with this pattern, there is also a headband, if you like headbands, and a scarf pattern inside, which I didn't realize that those were there either. So that is my review for that pattern. What have you been working on this week? That concludes this week's video. I wanted to end with a shout out to Zelda at Zelda Sews. Zelda used my hashtag, what do I have in my hand, twice. She made a toaster cover out of things she had in her hand, creating her own pattern. And she also made herself a beautiful dress using a pattern that she had and fabric she had from her stash. So go check out Zelda's YouTube channel. She's a dear heart and a good friend. And here on YouTube, we find so many of those. I wanted to end this video with a Bible verse. Don't grow weary in well-doing, for you'll reap if you faint not. And I think that really applies to all areas of our lives, but here in the sewing room too. If we keep pursuing our dreams and sewing and making and creating, even if you're a beginner sewer, you're going to reap what you're looking for. So keep at it. In the meantime, have a great day. Enjoy your time creating, and I'll see you next week.